Hi. Yes, hello and welcome to my second channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ashley, and if you're a returner, welcome back. You see the White House behind me. We know how presidents live, but do you know how the president eats? That's what we're exploring today, starting off with no other than a major rival of Georgetown Cupcakes versus Baked and Wired. I'm here to test out which cupcake is better, in my opinion. Our first cupcake is from Georgetown Cupcakes that has been featured on TLC, has a line out the door every single day. They have smaller cupcakes. Now, how did I choose the flavor? I'm just a hoe for red velvet. So we ended up going for red velvet cupcakes for continuity's sake. Both family owned, both supposedly family recipes. And I mean, let's be honest, they're cupcakes, so both probably delicious. I mean, it's pretty fucking good. With a little heart. It's a red velvet cupcake, and it's really good. I can see why this was on TV. Next up is Baked and Wired. Joe Biden likes to go here for his cupcakes, and the locals prefer Baked and Wired too. Totally different vibes, different ambiance, and holy shit. Bigger is usually better, but we'll see. Instead of a little heart, it's got a little pearl on the tippity top. Honestly, this is just my excuse to eat 2 red velvet cupcakes today. Okay, it's way bigger, way freaking bigger. How do I even take a bite of this? Okay. Okay, full send up. Okay, Georgetown Cupcakes might have been on TLC, but the locals and the president know what's up. Comparing red velvet, Baked and Wired is the way to go. We are going to Martin's Tavern for the very first time, and presidents from Truman to George W. Bush have eaten here, and we're eating like a president. So I think I'm gonna get JFK's crab cakes, and then I'm torn between the hamburger that Bill Clinton liked or the meatloaf that Nixon enjoyed. So I don't know, we'll see what strikes my fancy. Before I forget, this is actually where JFK proposed to Jackie O in booth 3. So like, there's so much history here. Not only is it the oldest family-owned restaurant in DC, so much has happened here, and each booth is dedicated to somebody. I can't wait to see it. So Martin's Tavern was built, designed, created by Billy Martin, who was a Major League Baseball player. And it's still big with Major League Baseball players, and they would always have their dinner and drinks in the dugout room. So as we're sitting by the bar, or at the bar, waiting for our table, I looked up and realized that's the famous dugout room. Which I don't know nothing about sports, so, or sports people, but that's that room. JFK said the crab cakes here at Martin's Tavern were the closest he could get to crab cakes back home in Maine. So of course we're gonna start there. George H.W. Bush was a fan of the corned beef and cabbage. I am not doing that because that sounds like an old man thing. I'm actually gonna pull a Richard Nixon. And I'm gonna get their, what am I gonna get? So sorry. I'm gonna pull a Richard Nixon and get their meatloaf, which I do love meatloaf in general. JFK's crab cakes. the best I have ever had. We have had them in Miami. We have had them in California. These are the best crab balls I have ever had. Delicious. This is my first bite of Richard Nixon's favorite meatloaf. This whoops Cracker Barrel's ass. And rightfully so, now that I say that out loud. Oh my goodness. When I tell you those crab cakes, ugh, are you kidding me? I've never had Maine crab cakes, but let me tell you something. These at Martin's Tavern, delicious. And then I had the meatloaf, amazing. Now, no United States presidents that we know of ordered lemon drop martinis, but as somebody who did, I can confirm, scrumdiddlyumptious. And let me tell you something, they get the job done. So we are currently at the old Ebbitt Grill, which is the oldest saloon in the city, and it's literally right across the street from the White House. So many presidents have come here for a nightcap, for a brandy and a cigar. We're talking Ulysses S. Grant, Grover Cleveland. He ate here many times, and his favorite was oysters. So not only am I eating like a president, I'm having my very first oyster tonight, and I'm going to share that with you, and we'll see how that goes. So their lemons come in this little sack, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's so cute, like, oh, a little lemon sack. But then I realized we're supposed to squeeze it with the sack on so the seeds don't get on your fucking crab cake. That is the bougiest shit. I have never been this stressed about food before. I'm really stressed about it. Okay, I've never had an oyster before. Example, ew, like why? I would super hate to have a singular oyster and then get hepatitis and die. So I'm worried about that. The guy gave us a whole spiel about how it's like super safe, they tested it, blah, 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 but like it looks like snot. And he just also told me, since this is my first time eating an oyster, not to put any sauces on there. That way I can learn, my palate can get to know the flavor of an oyster. Do I loosen it first, you think? Oh my God, Blake Stevens, this is awful. I would rather do the showgirl experience again. This is for Grover Cleveland. What the fuck did I just say? Okay. Oh my God, do I fucking like oysters? it's like salty. It's like, oh, you know, that after. So at first I was like, yum, salty, because I love pickles. That aftertaste be like straight ocean. The aftertaste, I definitely could see where having sauces would make a difference in the aftertaste. But like initially, I thought the flavor was gonna gross me out. It's solid, but it's not at the same time. If that makes sense. I thought I was gonna get grossed out by the texture. I didn't. It's salty. It's very, not vinegary, it's just like salty water. But then that little bit of aftertaste, once it went down my fucking gullet, it tasted like the ocean. So I think the sauces would help with an aftertaste. You know, I think I'm psyching myself out now. I think I'm like, oh my God, I just ate an oyster, like I need to go throw up. I don't, it's fine. It's not gonna come back up. I didn't eat a snail, we're fine. It's bougie, it's fancy. Grover Cleveland did it. You saw me try my first oyster, and when the waiter came back, I reported back that like, actually pleasantly surprised. And he was kind enough, he said, this one's on me. He brought me an extra oyster so I can now try with sauces. But also, can we talk about... I trusted his opinion previously, and I was like, which one would you suggest them? And he said the horseradish with the cocktail sauce is the most popular, and I'm supposed to put it on there and like let it sit for a second. He said about 30 seconds, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna let it sit. Okay, I want this to be over, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. We ready? So this is my second oyster ever with cocktail and horseradish. Cheers. I like it better with the sauce because the aftertaste isn't just salt water. The texture's fine. I'm not a fan of horseradish in general. I like it better with the sauce. Oh my God, am I an oyster girly? Am I a Grover girly? This drink's a little strong. We just wrapped up dinner at the old Ebbitt Grill, and number one, it's incredibly past my bedtime. Their happy hour is from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. The fuck? Okay, that's neither here nor there. But our waiter was magnificent. The vibe's immaculate, which you saw me try oysters for the first time, and I gotta be honest, I think I might be an oyster girly. Anyways, delicious, and so many presidents have eaten there, and of course just famous people have eaten there as well. It's the oldest saloon in the town itself, and absolutely delicious. But we remembered midway through our meal that we gotta go either have a little drinky, have a little snack or something where Abraham Lincoln has hung out, where Martin Luther King Jr. wrote I Have a Dream speech, and where Mark Twain lived. So we are currently headed to the Willard. We're going to the Willard, gonna get a drink. Should I have another? I should probably think about whether or not that's a good idea, but Abraham Lincoln drank here.
1 second of less hesitation. Wow, my bride. Look her.
Oh shit! It's the oysters. It's the hepatitis. This is beautiful. I just realized that they have all the state seals painted on the roof, well, the ceiling, I guess. Anyways, now I'm trying to find Tennessee. Yeah, so we were gonna take it to the Willard. We're still gonna do that, but not tonight, because it turns out the bar closes at midnight, and it is midnight 30 currently. So we are currently at the Willard. We are enjoying their new brunch in their restaurant that's over 100 years old. The Willard itself has been around for much longer. Abraham Lincoln lived here for 11 days before his inauguration, even having his inaugurational lunch here that had corned beef and cabbage, but mock turtle soup. Let me tell you what I'm not about to get at the Willard. Mock turtle soup. Now, I'm not a brandy or bourbon person, but according to some research, mint juleps are very popular among presidents and very tasty here. I've never had one. I don't particularly enjoy bourbon, so I wanted to share my first sip with you. Okay, if you at first as a non-bourbon girly, I'm like, oh, that's bourbon. But you let it sit in there, it's very light. I actually, I may not like straight bourbon, but a mint julep is very tasty. So I have decided to try George Washington's favorite wine, and I'm reading the back of the George Washington Special Reserve, and it says here his first recorded purchase of Madria wine was a 110-gallon barrel shipped to him in 1759. And actually, the whole reason why I found out about this was because on George Washington's expense reports, Madria wine had its own section. So here's what it looks like in the glass. Taking my first sip. Ooh, it smells so good. Honestly, I see why he got a 110-gallon barrel of it. It's very tasty, very smooth. It's almost, all right, so I don't know much about, this is $30 a glass. I'm used to barefoot, $3 a bottle. And all I want to say is this is very much in between a dry and a sweet. It's very tasty. Turns out it's on their dessert menu here at the Willard. If you get a chance, George Washington had good taste. Ulysses S. Grant was known to come to the Willard to enjoy cigars and brandy in the lobby next to the fireplace. And actually, fun fact, in the 1800s, Ulysses S. Grant was the one to coin the lobbyist phrase because people would come into the Willard's lobby to ask for favors from President Grant. And that happened right here. So much history. So I gotta take a little break every now and then from eating. And we're gonna get our steps in at this new exhibit called the People's House, which gets you as close to the Oval Office as you can get without being elected president. As we're looking at mini replicas of all the rooms in the White House, I've never once thought about what the presidents did for a doctor. It makes sense that they would have a doctor in the White House, but I've never thought about it. It makes total sense. Are we able to sit at the desk? Mm-hmm. Nice. Like, I know they can change out the bus, I know they can change out the paintings, but like, if they didn't like the wallpaper, could they change the wallpaper? I mean, you're the president, I guess. Yeah, probably. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So which door would be the door to the mini office, you know, where Bill Clinton, huh? Wouldst thou like me to play a tune? Absolutely. Fuck thine shit up, good sir. So I love this concept and being able to watch this. But what's very funny is you can tell when they told them to look at the camera and strike a pose, because look at this guy. Look at this guy. They obviously said 45 degree and then look at the camera. Watch. He hits a pose so hard. Operations. That's good.
We should maintain a defensive strategy and protect our union.
Let's look at how your team of advisors ranked their priorities.
This is incredible. This is a brand new exhibit, the People's House, and I'm obsessed. This is amazing. This right here is what I need for the main channel to watch my movies on. I love this exhibit. This is so cool. Of course, Washington, D.C. is just drenched in history. And of course, you can take plenty of tours, which are also fun. But the People's House being open for roughly a year, making it interactive, making you feel like you're dining, that you're in the family movie room, that you're advising the president, that you're here touching things to learn about them. I think this is brilliant. I love this. I would highly recommend the People's House to anybody when you come to D.C. Very cool, so much fun. Great exhibit. If you come to DC, you must do this. But all that walking kind of got me hungry again. Let's go eat more food. We are currently at the Hamilton, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the White House. And we just found out that there's no written record of many presidents eating here, but Joe Biden has eaten here. I'm not mimicking my food after him. Instead, I'm enjoying a lemon drop martini in memory of FDR. Now, he didn't exactly love lemon drop per se, but he did enjoy martinis, so much so that he, whenever he was hosting a dinner for close friends and family, he would insist on making the martinis himself. So that's my alcoholic beverage of choice. Now, my non-alcoholic beverage of choice is for our current president, who famously does not drink, and it is an ice-cold Diet Coke. Now, I do want to say that upon more research, John Addams was a fan of hard cider, and all I want to say is, brother would have thrived in 2025. Are you kidding me? You got Angry Orchard, you got High Noons, like bro would have been living. So the Hamilton actually has a lot of sushi available, and while presidents have enjoyed seafood, most of them have, my little Tennessee ass has seen where most of their rolls are raw fish. And I just gotta say, that ain't the Tennessee sushi that I'm used to, so I'm going right back to my original plan. We are currently at Founding Farmers here in DC, and I'm continuing my journey of eating like a president. And I just want to say that this is actually the most reserved restaurant in the nation, with over 1,500 reservations a day. A day! So, another really interesting fact about Founding Farmers is that a lot of their food is made from scratch right here. The pasta, the bread, the desserts, and even some of their spirits. There's a distillery on the campus as well. They are owned mostly by farmers in North Dakota. Okay, maybe that's not the funnest of facts. Now, while Abraham Lincoln did not make any reservations here, there have been many studies on what his diet was like. And odds are he would have ordered pot roast. This is actually their Yankee pot roast, which I found appropriate because it would have been filling and hearty. Now, Hubban actually joined in on eating like a president, and he got Obama's favorite, which is chicken and waffles. First bite, Founding Farmers, Yankee pot roast, which is what Abraham Lincoln probably would have gotten. There's a little hint of cinnamon in here. little hint of spice. No, for real, it is delicious, but I also realized that there's like a really sweet undertone. That's a big hunk of garlic. If I ate this chunk, would you still kiss me later or no? Ella at Founding Farmers. Got you, girl. I got you, girl. Oh my goodness gracious. We just wrapped up the most delicious dinner. I feel like I've said that at every place that we've stopped, but Founding Farmers is so freaking good. I ended up trying a bite of Hubbins chicken, and it really was salt and vinegar breaded chicken. It's so fucking good. Let me tell you something. We have just simply been going nonstop. So we got our bellies full. Our reservation is at 9, or was it 9? It is 10:06. We have called an Uber. We are going back home. Whew. Well, we are headed back to our hotel, wrapping up our presidential dining experience. We just got done at Founding Farmers. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 and the meatloaf was delicious. I am so full. It has been quite the adventure between all the tours, all the eating, and staying up way too late. I'm ready to take a shower and go to bed. Thank you so much for joining us for all of our shenanigans and adventures. So I hope you like, subscribe, stick around. Take your meds, drink your water. Love you. Bye. Okay, here I go. What if I get hepatitis? But still a few more presidents to eat though. I got swamp ass like a mother. I haven't seen the word calves written out in a while. Cow? I love your dress. Thank you. I had a fact that I forgot it. Did I say meatloaf? I'm trying to pop my hips. Ooh, compression socks. Why do you say that word like that? Another person I would not recognize if I saw them on the street. Bill Gates. These are really shitty flower beds. Abraham Lincoln pissed in this fountain. Did I say what I think I'm about to say is kind of stupid and you started rolling? Hold on, go back to you told me how smart I am. Everybody got their titties out. Why do all these places have these tiny little cups?
What would you do if your head got stuck?
I would just tell you to start filming. Oh my God, I hope it's Lady Gaga. What the It was not. Roast beef. Me, when I don't take my antidepressants, I be pressed. That's what it said online. Alcohols. Alcohols. I'm not a hepatitis girly. Don't start that rumor. You are flinging that fried chicken everywhere. Okay, I don't know what year. Anyways, we're here at Ferret. Whatever. Also, something really interesting about Founding Farm. I'm so tired.